In this video, I am going to swatch out all these four colors. These are the four earth tone colors that comes directly in the tube in the market, and these four are the most commonly used ones: raw sienna, raw umber, burnt sienna, and burnt umber. So I use these colors very frequently in my paintings. So basically I wanted to find out how I can create these colors. So I basically want to find out the a recipe for these four colors by mixing the primary colors. And to be able to do that, I need to first know how these colors are individually and compare them with each other by placing next to each other. So that's why I am going to swatch out these colors and tint them down with white, which is what I normally do for all my colors. If you have seen my other videos, you would have probably seen these are all the colors that I have already done. I probably have the videos for all of them that I put up on my channel. You can have a look at them if you want to. But this exercise is very important exercise for me because it, first of all, anytime I want to refer to a paint, just looking at the paint bottle, I won't really understand what this color is. But if I have tinted them down and just by looking at them, it just helps me decide better which color I want to use in my paintings. So that is exactly the exercise that I'm going to do now with these four muted colors. One important thing, I also feel Indian red is also a muted earth tone, but I have already swatched out this one while doing the red. I should be having it somewhere here. Yeah, this is the Indian red that I've already done. You can see it's also a very muted earth tone kind of a color. And now I'm very excited to do for these four and find out how they look on paper. So to do that, I have acrylic paper here. I am going to cut it down into 8 small strips like this, and then I will start painting. Okay, so here are my 8 strips. I need just 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And sure is my glass of water. And this is my glass palette on which I love mixing colors. This is how it looks. Okay, I already have some colors already on top of it. That's okay. And a couple of tissue papers. Okay, I'm good to go. So we will start swatching out all these 4 colors, and I need white. Okay, let's get started. I'm not going to talk anymore, so you can watch me do this process, and then at the end we will see how this looks next to each other. Okay, so let's look at all the 4 colors. I have swatched them out, and it's, you see, rather than looking at the paint tubes, when I look at them, we can so clearly understand how different the colors are from each other, right? So very clearly, so burnt umber and burnt sienna, these are the 2 colors that I have used a lot in my artworks. These are the 2 colors that are kind of fairly new to me. I haven't used them much. But looking at raw sienna, it looks so much close to yellow ochre. Now, yellow ochre also, I forgot to mention, along with Indian red, I think yellow ochre is also one of the art tones, but I will do that while swatching out all the yellows. So I'm not doing it with this family. In this family, I want to keep only these 4 colors. And now by looking at these 4 colors, it seems to me raw umber has little green touch in it, so it has probably a little bit more of blue and yellow in it. It is kind of towards the black, dark greenish side. So look at this color. Okay, and then raw umber and raw sienna. Okay, let's look at these 2 side by side. Raw sienna to me looks very much close to yellow ochre, but I will be able to compare these 2 only when I have swatched out the yellow ochre and look at them side by side. So I like both of these shades. They're really cool. And now let's look at burnt umber and burnt sienna. So burnt sienna to me looks more on the reddish side, and burnt umber, this looks kind of like look at this shade over here. This looks, wow, my nail polish is matching with this color. So I feel this color is little bit on the purple side. I won't say purple side exactly, but kind of purplish side. So it would be really interesting for me to find out the recipes for creating these colors, and when I do that, I'll obviously share it here with you guys. So I'm really curious to find out how I can create these colors. But yeah, so burnt sienna I feel more towards the red side. And now let me compare burnt sienna with the Indian red that I had already swatched out. And now you see, earlier when I was looking at burnt sienna directly, it was looking more like reddish, but when I keep it next to red, this looks like brown. So that is how, you know, color temperatures are so relative. So you can only say what is the temperature of a color or which color it is towards only when you compare it, place it next to another color. So yeah, so this very much looks like brown when I place it next to red, but when I place it next to burnt umber, this looks so much reddish. So my overall summary of doing these 4 color swatches is that this is more towards yellow, this is more towards red, this is more towards green, this is more towards purple. That's my conclusion that I draw from this exercise. I hope you found it useful, and if you have been also wondering the differences between these colors, just looking at them, you can very well understand how beautiful they are, the earth tone colors, and how they're different from each other. Try it out on your own, because I always feel rather than swatching, you can always do it on your own in your sketchbook or, you know, whatever you have, or piece of papers like this, because the more you swatch out colors on your own, better your color confidence becomes. All right, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.